Now, metacognition is a unique human capacity because we are the only form of life, to the best of our knowledge, that is able to stand off and look down upon our thinking while we are thinking. It takes place in the neocortex, and we are the only form of life that has a well-developed neocortex, so we can think and think about our thinking simultaneously. It's like standing on a balcony and watching yourself down there on the stage, so it's like observing yourself. Meta means about, and cognition means thinking, so it's thinking about your thinking. And basically speaking, what it means is that when you are confronted with a problem, the answer to which you don't immediately know, you install in your brain a plan of action. You then implement that plan and you monitor it to see if it's working for you. And when you get all through, you reflect back and see what changes you might make to modify it. For example, as teachers, do you ever plan? Of course you do. While you are teaching, do you ever hear yourself monitoring that plan? You ever hear yourself saying, I think I better slow down? I better speed up? I got to remember to review this tomorrow? Do you ever hear yourself saying, this isn't working? Yeah? You see, you're monitoring. When you get all through with teaching, do you ever reflect back and say, well, what worked or what didn't work, or gee, I'll never do that again? And so notice that as a teacher, you metacogitate. You could not have gotten through university without it. However, just because you think about your thinking, do not believe that everybody does. Now that's what's interesting. Research by Flavel at Harvard, John Piaget when he was alive, Alexander Luria in Russia, found that only about 1/2 to 2/3 of the world's population engages in metacognition. Now that's what's interesting. In fact, have you ever had this? You say to a student, tell us how you solved that problem. What were the steps that you went through to come up with that conclusion? Tell us what's going on inside your head. And the kid says, I don't know, I just did it. There's a lack of metacognitive awareness. And yet, Alan Schoenfield at Berkeley finds that what distinguishes expertise in problem solving is our ability to think and to think about our thinking. So, in our classroom, I want to suggest to you that you engage in TAPS, T-A-P-S, which stands for Think Aloud Problem Solving. I was in a classroom not long ago and there was a big banner on the wall. And the banner said, thinking aloud, aloud. It's allowed to think aloud in this classroom. And so we want kids to verbalize overtly what's going on inside their head covertly.